You know, it's funny. Sometimes the biggest ideas are hidden in the smallest places. Today, we're going to prove that by breaking down just one single three-letter word. And in doing that, we're going to uncover this incredible story about language, about simplicity, and about connecting the whole world.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if you could say almost anything you needed to, using a vocabulary so small it could fit on just a couple of pages? Sounds kind of wild, right? Like a thought experiment? But here's the thing. It's a very real concept.
And believe it or not, our entire journey to understanding this huge idea, it all starts with one tiny, super common word. This whole explainer, from start to finish, hinges on this one word, pot.
Okay, so before we get into the really mind-bending stuff, let's just start at square one. If we look at the word pot, just like any other word, what does a dictionary actually tell us about it?
For this, we're actually looking at the Simple English Wiktionary, and that's on purpose. Because, as you're about to see, the whole point of this particular source is making language as clear and simple as possible. It's the perfect place to start.
All right, let's do it. Let's pull up the entry and really dissect this thing. The anatomy of pot.
First things first, how does it sound? Well, the dictionary gives us this phonetic spelling. Pot. Pretty straightforward, right? A simple sound for a simple word. That's the foundation.
Okay, but here's where things get a little more interesting. This one word kind of has two completely different personalities. On one hand, you've got pot as a cooking container, something the dictionary calls uncountable. But then, you've got this totally different slang meaning, which is countable. It's wild, right? It's like two different words are living in the same three-letter house.
But, as different as those two meanings are, that's not actually the most interesting part. Not even close. The real story, the real clue, it's hidden somewhere else on the page.
You know, if you were just quickly looking this up, you'd blow right past it. I mean, it's just this little note, tucked away at the very top. It almost looks like a footnote. But trust me, this little note, it changes everything. And here it is. It just says, pot is on the Basic English 850 list. So what on earth does that mean? That one little sentence is basically a key opening a lock to a much, much bigger idea.
Right? That little tag just blew this whole thing wide open. So let's follow that breadcrumb trail and see where we end up.
This is the big question, isn't it? What is the Basic English 850 list? Suddenly, this isn't just about the word pot anymore. It's about this mysterious list it belongs to.
And it all comes down to this number, 850. And let me tell you, that is not a random number. It's the magic number. It's the foundation for a whole system.
Okay, so this is the part that I found just incredible. Basic English. It isn't just a word list. It's a whole simplified version of the English language. It was created way back in the 1930s, and the idea behind it was huge, to make a version of English so simple that it could become a universal language for everyone, for business, for science, even for world peace.
And this isn't just, 850 random words thrown together. No way. It's a super organized system. A word like pot gets carefully categorized. It's a noun, a thing, it's a container, it relates to food. Every single word on that list has a very specific job to do. It's all about getting the most meaning out of the fewest words possible.
Okay, so we've got a simple word from a super simple language. But so what? Why would anyone go through all the trouble of creating this? Why does any of this matter?
Well, the goal was absolutely massive. I mean, think about it. Our world has thousands of languages. It's a recipe for misunderstanding. Basic English was designed to be a bridge over all of that. A simple, logical tool that could connect anyone, anywhere, no matter what language they spoke.
And that need for a bridge, it's so real. In fact, if we go back to that same Wiktionary page, there's one last clue staring us right in the face. And it comes in the form of another number, 70.
What's 70? That's how many different languages that single dictionary entry for pot is available in. 70. That one little web page perfectly shows you the exact problem Basic English was trying to solve. It's like a snapshot of the whole world trying to agree on the meaning of one simple thing.
So that's really the whole thing right there. We started with pot, a simple three-letter word, and we followed one tiny, almost invisible clue, and it led us to this massive, incredible idea about connecting the entire planet with language. It was all hiding in plain sight.
It's a really powerful idea when you think about it. We spend so much time trying to learn more words, more complexity. But maybe the real power is in simplicity. It really makes you wonder, right? In a world that feels more complicated every single day, what is the real power of just one simple word?